Welcome, my friends! Consider the expression 1/2 plus 1/3. In order to add fractions, you might remember that we must first have a common denominator, meaning the number on the bottom of each of the fractions must be the same. Since our denominators are not equal, we need to find what is called the least common denominator, or LCD, of our two fractions. Here's how you do it. Our fractions are 1/2 and 1/3. That means our denominators are 2 and 3. Next, start listing out the multiples of the denominators, which are 2, 4, 6, 8 for 1/2, and 3, 6, 9, 12 for 1/3. Next, search for the smallest number in common between your two lists, in this case 6. This tells us 6 is the least common denominator, or LCD, and that we should modify our fractions so that they both have a denominator of 6. So we know that we want to have two fractions, both with a denominator of 6. For the first fraction, in order to get from 2 to 6 in the denominator, we had to multiply by 3. So we multiply the numerator also by 3 in order to get 3/6 for our first fraction. In order to get from 3 to 6, we had to multiply the denominator by 2 in our second fraction. So we multiply the numerator also by 2 in order to get 2/6. The rest is simple. All we need to do is add the numerators. 2 plus 3 is equal to 5, so our answer is 5 divided by 6, or 5/6. If you are struggling with knowing what to multiply each fraction by after you find the LCD, you can just divide the LCD by the denominator of each of the fractions. For example, take the LCD of 6 and divide by 2, and you will get 3. 3 is what we had to multiply the numerator and denominator of 1/2 by in order to get 3/6. Let's try another slightly more challenging problem. 9/2 plus 4 divided by -5. It might seem a bit strange to have a negative sign in the denominator. You are actually free to move the negative sign up to the numerator, just like this. Now notice we have 9/2 plus -4/5. Adding a negative is the same thing as subtracting, so we can rewrite our problem as 9/2 minus 4/5. Now let's find the LCD. Our denominators are 2 and 5. Listing out the multiples of 2, we have 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. And for 5, we have 5 and 10. We notice that the least common multiple that's common from each of our lists is 10. So each of our fractions will have a denominator of 10 once we have adjusted them. We can rewrite 9/2 as 45 divided by 10. We had to multiply the numerator and denominator by 5 so that the denominator matched the LCD of 10. We can rewrite 4/5 as 8 divided by 10 by multiplying numerator and denominator by 2. Finally, we can simplify, this time by subtracting the numerators, since we have a subtraction sign. 45 minus 8 is equal to 37. The answer is 37 divided by 10. Which is in simplest form and cannot be reduced. Okay, let's try one more problem. 4/6 plus 5 over -9. Just like before, it might be nice to rewrite this with the negative sign in between, as 4/6 minus 5/9. Let's build our chart and write out our multiples. For 6, we have 6, 12, 18, 24, and for 9, we have 9, 18, 27. 18 is the least common multiple, and will be our LCD. We must multiply our first fraction numerator and denominator by 3, so that we get a denominator of 18, which gives us 12 over 18. We must multiply our second numerator and denominator by 2, which gives us 10 divided by 18. Now we can subtract our numerators. We have 12 minus 10, which is equal to 2. 2/18 can be reduced to 1/9, which is our final answer. Alright, my friends, that concludes our video covering adding and subtracting fractions.